CZUSA's American Birdhunter is brought to you by Wildlife Management Technologies, EOTech, Tritronics, Fowler Boats, ProDrive Motors, Sure Shot Game Calls, Seat Saver, Wing Haven Lodge, Outdoor Edge Knives, Heavy Shot, Omega Farms, Reed Custom Gun Safes, SKB Cases, Purina Pro Plan, Nutrition that Performs, and CZUSA. Protect, hunt, compete. For the past handful of years, the American Birdhunter crew has hunted with Shane Garner of SEMO Outfitters. During one of those trips, Shane told Brad Harris and Bruce Horrell that they should line up a hunt with Mark Sokup of Waterfowl and More. It took a couple of tries, but the guys were finally able to make the trip to Northeast Oklahoma for a duck and goose hunt.
This is my first time down here with Mark. It definitely won't be my last. This little place we're hunting this morning is just beautiful. I mean, it's exactly what I think of when I think of shooting geese over water, kind of a pasture pond setting.
Hunting out of A-frame blinds on the edge of a pond, the guys didn't have to wait long for the geese to come in.
Too late.
Kill it, guys. Here he comes. Kill it. Skunk's out of the bag. Well, there was a lot of pressure there with nobody else even had their guns raised. We set up on this really nice little scrape pond as part of one of his hunting units. We've got some nice goose floaters, some field goose decoys, and the rest mallards and gadwall.
Take it.
Right down. Right there in the blind.
Come on in.
Hey, John Hoover, weren't we just talking about something like that? Holy mackerel.
Not me either. We got that one, don't worry about it.
We got that one, Jumper. Sorry, Jumper. Holy. We had just got done 2 days ago talking.
Did you see where he landed?
Yeah, he landed right here in the blind.
You come through it?
No kidding. Yeah, he's right there.
I hope you boys was watching it.
I was going this way.
Ta-da!
Breakdown. Now, how often does the dog have to retrieve it out of the blind? That's pretty, I'll tell you what, that could have been a dangerous situation right there. It can be very dangerous. It can be very dangerous, but it didn't hit anybody. And we were yelling, look out, and everybody saw it coming, so they dodged. And it landed in the blind right behind Shane Garner. And he just turned around and looked, and I said, here's a rarity. The dog is going to retrieve the goose out of the blind.
Sent me and him scrambling when it come through the blind on top of the A-frames, and I'm glad it wasn't a big goose, it was a little one. If it had been a 12-pounder, it would probably knocked us all out of there. I do a lot of layout blind hunting, and when you shoot one that's coming down at you, you don't have any place to run but cover up and hope you don't get knocked out. But I've had flaps on layout blinds get bent and broke, and it's dangerous. So you need to always pay attention on the deadfalls, or you're going to get knocked out sometime.
This segment is brought to you by the Seat Savers from Covercraft. Custom-fitted seat protectors that keep your truck or SUV seats looking like new. Introducing the 612 Wildfowl Magnum by CZUSA. This pump shotgun weighs less than 7 pounds and provides rugged reliability, performance, and firepower. It's designed perfectly for the hardcore hunter. The 612 Wildfowl shoots all 12-gauge loads, from light dove loads all the way up to 3.5-inch Magnum turkey loads. Check out the 612 Wildfowl Magnum at your nearest firearms dealer or at cz-usa.com.
EOTech holographic weapon sights. Accelerate your advantage.
This segment is brought to you by Fowler Boat Company, the toughest John boats on or off the water. Welcome back to CZUSA's American Bird Hunter. It's not just the waterfowl hunting that has brought Bruce Horrell out to northeast Oklahoma. Just 20 miles from the hunting spot is the Will Rogers Memorial Museum, a place Bruce has always wanted to visit.
When I was a little kid, first book I ever read was the Will Rogers story, and I've been enthralled with him ever since.
At the museum, Bruce was given a tour by historical guide Andy Hogan.
He died at age 55, and his wife said he never grew over that. Said he was hyperactive all his life. She said out in California, she said, it seemed like I was raising 4 children instead of 3. She said 3 of them I got through birth, and 1 of them I married. And said Will was the biggest child of them all. But he kind of had the reputation of wanting to just play all the time.
Born in Oklahoma in 1879, Will Rogers was an entertainer. He starred in movies and on Broadway, wrote thousands of newspaper and magazine columns, was a comedian, a philosopher, and a radio announcer. He might be most famous for his quotes and one-liners.
He got to know 7 presidents personally, Will did. He advised 7 presidents. They didn't want his advice, but he gave it to them anyhow. He didn't wait to be asked.
But what impressed Bruce the most was Will's ability to handle a rope.
This is 1922. This movie's over 90 years old.
And to this day, he is still considered the best trick roper in the world. And that was up to he died in 1935, so nobody's ever been better than him.
Will was killed in a plane crash in Alaska in 1935.
And when they took off in the plane, the motor sputtered and died, and the plane hit the water probably 100 miles an hour. They just about 65 feet high, but it killed both of them.
Originally buried in California, Will was later moved to Claremore, Oklahoma, which is now the site of the family tomb.
I never met a man I did not.
Never met a man I didn't like. He said he'd like to have this on his as an epitaph on his grave, and he does.
Oh, we got more geese.
As much as Bruce enjoyed the trip to the Will Rogers Memorial Museum, he was in Oklahoma to hunt with Mark Sokup of Waterfowl and More.
Right here. Right up. Get ready to kill him. Get ready to kill him. Kill him! That's funny, Buster. That's all of them. That's all of them. The highlight might have been a beautiful bunch of 6 that came directly into the spread, and all 6 stayed in the spread. Attaboy! Attaboy, jumper!
If he can see them, he can get them. He's not too good on the hand signals yet, but I just don't work with him like I should.
Good dog. Say, Jumper, that's fun, isn't it?
Look at the size of that
Now that's a giant Canada. That is a giant Canada. Brad never gets to hunt over water on geese, and I get to quite a bit. And it is a beautiful sight when a goose comes into water. And he's used to hunting in the field all the time. And that's how he kills his geese, and he does kill a lot of geese, but he never gets to do it over water. Well, we do that all the time up home. The goose is our bread and butter. I would just as soon shoot mallards.
Kill him with the band on his leg.
Oh, hey, hey, boom.
Yikes. You know, we're not that far south of my place where we typically shoot greenheads. And a lot of times we won't kill another duck. We're here, I was talking to Mark, you know, they kill a lot of other ducks and maybe not all greenheads. And I would think it'd be fairly similar, but it's not. They do have a lot more geese than we do, whether those be residents coming out of Tulsa or something like that. But it is somewhat different. The settings are very similar, but the bird numbers, species are quite a bit different though.
This segment brought to you by Winghaven Lodge, your next wing shooting adventure destination. Knives and processing kits for the American Birdhunter are provided by Outdoor Edge. Welcome back to CZUSA's American Birdhunter. With more than 50 years of waterfowl experience, Bruce Horrell has seen just about every trick in the book.
I wasn't going to say nothing about it. This is the first bird that dropped out there, and I think he shot it.
Oh, you're kidding me. I'll be darned. No, you just put a band on there. I can see that. Yeah, I can just see that right now. This ain't my first rodeo. If you're a rookie waterfowler, he tried to pull a rookie waterfowler prank on me. He put a little Ducks Unlimited band or a non-advised band on a goose and said, Bruce, you shot a band. Well, most rookie waterfowlers, boy, they'll jump up and down. All right, and then all of a sudden I realized, I look at that silver band, that's no band. He just put it on there.
All jokes aside, it was time to get back to hunting, but not before taking the spinning decoys out of the spread.
The great debate with spinners and geese, you're always going to be fighting whether to have them up, you know, to maybe get that, you know, attract that duck flying by, or, you know, as soon as you see a goose, you want to pull them down. But geese typically will not work into a spinner. If they do, you're going to be shooting them at 30, 40 yards passing by. So there wasn't a lot of ducks working this morning, so the general consensus was to pull them out. Let's make the geese work as best as possible, and if the duck comes in, so be it. Now. Nice shot, Bruce.
Everybody shooting BBs?
Oh yeah, I'm shooting BBs still.
That's a nice shot, Bruce.
Thanks. I missed the first one.
Yeah, you did.
locked up.
They're locked up. They're locked up.
Oh yeah, I'm bummed up big time.
Oh, 3 more joining them. We're gonna get all 5 of them.
Kim.
I can't shoot.
Get the 5th one.
I couldn't shoot.
Cole.
Come on back. Here it comes. Here it comes.
They roll a little bit too.
Oh, I couldn't shoot that.
That's my favorite kind of hunt anyway. Go on a duck hunt and a goose shoot breaks out. That's what I prefer, but some guys like to kill the ducks, and Mark and John, they're dangerous on ducks anyway, and I'm sure Mark would have rather been shooting mallards, but hey, I can't complain. I loved every minute of it. 20-something honkers this morning, we're still here. Good for me.
These geese are gonna, looks like they're gonna fly all day long. And that time we had 5 come in, and I think we could have got all 5, but they swung. And I mean, when these geese seem to commit, they're coming right dead in, and they're coming right in on the water. This spread is so nice, and it's so perfect. I was a little worried about the color of this blind, but they have not flared off this blind at all. We're getting it done.
And now, Tri-Tronics dog training tip.
I'm Jim Trotter. I'm a field product specialist with Tri-Tronics, a Garmin company. I'm also the conservation manager here at Omega Farms, and I want to introduce 2 new bark limiters to you. If you have a problem with nuisance dog barking, Garmin and Tri-Tronics has a product right here that can really reduce that problem. With the new technology that we have in this, it eliminates any kind of false correction. It also has an auto rise system in it that when the dog barks initially, he's corrected at a given level. The next bark, it goes up, and the next bark after that, it goes up again until the dog educates himself and realizes, hey, we've got to stop barking. Great new product, and this is battery operated and user replaceable. With all the same technology here, we've got a rechargeable product in our new bark limiter. Another feature of this collar is the bark odometer or bark meter. At the end of the day, this collar will tell you the number of times it had to correct the dog for barking that day, so you know whether or not the collar is actually working.
This segment is brought to you by Wildlife Management Technologies. This segment is brought to you by Sure Shot Game Calls. Take 'em in the face. CZ USA's American Birdhunter is proudly brought to you by these fine sponsors. Closed captioning provided by SEMO Outfitters. High-quality waterfowl hunting in Southeast Missouri. Welcome back to CZ USA's American Birdhunter. Brad Harris and Bruce Horrell are hunting ducks and geese with Mark Sokup of Waterfowl and More in Northeast Oklahoma. Both Brad and Bruce are shooting the CZ 612 wildfowl pump shotgun.
I talked him into that wildfowl pump today with that EOTech on it, and he spanked them. Everything that came in his area died.
I'm not really much of a pump guy, but that's what I had this morning. It's a great shooting little gun. I know several of these geese got, at least I partaked in killing them. But I usually shoot the 712, been shooting it all season at home, and that's an awesome little semi-auto.
Right there.
Come back over.
Coming in the hole right here in front of us. Kill him.
Yep. Nice. Nicely done.
Go, guys. Way to go.
All right. That's good. That's boy,
pretty.
I like to trick them.
Pretty.
Man, that's good job.
I don't even know
you
why I even
guys.
shot on that. Just say I was in, I guess.
I saw them feet drop. I said, yep, they're dead.
Another mark. Another mark. Jump.
That's good stuff, Mark. That's good stuff. I love shooting them geese like this.